In this video, we're going to talk about cruising from Miami Port, one of the most iconic cruise ports in the world. I've cruised from there twice, and it is just spectacular. The location is breathtaking. You're just outside of the city, you're on the Intracoastal Waterway, you have all of the Intracoastal islands where the stars' homes are located nearby. You're pretty much looking into the garden of some of these people. And then you have South Beach just on the way. And as you cruise in and cruise out, it is beautiful. It's your first flavor of the Caribbean. It is great.
It is, and it's a great port to sail from because not only is it iconic and gorgeous, but it's really accessible. And for anyone who might not have cruised from Miami or might have a bit of a fear of the unknown with it, well, we're here to get rid of that fear because it's a really easy experience, and both of us can attest to that as well.
So let's do the practical stuff.
Yes.
In terms of all of our Caribbean cruises or any cruise from Miami, as you said, you're going to have one night in Miami in a hotel at least before your cruise.
At a minimum.
And you can add more if you want.
Yes.
So let's look at the locations. You can stay downtown or you can stay kind of in the beaches area. South Beach would be the one most people are familiar with. And from the airport, from Miami Airport to downtown Miami, 20 to 30 minutes depending on traffic. Really handy. Last time I was there, I stayed in Brickell, which is amazing. Downtown Miami is transformed. All of the new museums, all of the new visits and exciting stuff to do, some great new hotels, really safe to wander out. We literally were in the Citizen M, I think, and we just wandered around for dinner, for drinks, affordable, really safe,
easy,
enjoyable. And the great advantage, not only are you close to the airport, some of the hotels are literally overlooking the cruise port. And you can see your ship.
I would love
so
that.
You know where you're going the next morning. You're literally 5 to 10 minutes from downtown Brickell to your cruise port.
Amazing.
So it's a joy.
That's
you
amazing.
did South Beach?
I stayed in South Beach, which is a totally different vibe in a lot of senses. It's that iconic Art Deco, colourful, vibrant, lively part of Miami. The beach is gorgeous, and I'm a beach girl, so I do like my beach time, which is why we chose there. But it really wasn't much further to the cruise port. We were looking at maybe 15, 20 minute drive, depending on traffic. And as you've called out, because it's an Intracoastal Waterway across, you are coming in alongside all of these incredible mega ships, and it is just so easy. I think
if I was more than one night, possibly the beach.
Yes.
Possibly if it's post-cruise and you're extending your stay in the Miami area, the beach might be a great relaxation point rather than downtown. Downtown, you're checking in that evening because you're just off your flight. You're only there for a night. You're out after breakfast and you're onto the ship.
Yeah.
So it's quiet. It's a fast kind of hotel stop where the beach gives you more of a relaxation feel. And the Miami beaches are amazing. You're into that iconic Art Deco. You're into the Versace Museum, the Versace Mansion. All of down there, it's really special.
Cool, and there's nowhere like it, to be honest.
So, in terms of practical, getting around in Miami, Uber,
very easy,
so cheap, really, really cheap. So use Uber app in terms of getting from A to B. Whether you're in downtown, you want to go to the beaches, you want to go to the mall, you want to go anywhere. That's what's going to work.
The port as well. It's very, very easy and very accessible with Uber, which is great. And then when you get to the port itself, for someone who might not have cruised before, that's a really easy process too, considering as well that Miami is the largest cruise port in the world. It is the easiest experience.
It is, but it is beautiful. MSC have just built their new terminal. I was in it last year. Royal Caribbean have built theirs. Virgin have the V terminal. So all of the cruise lines tend to have their own terminal, which makes it really easy in terms of the process and how they're handling it, because they've designed it. It's for them. It's all their branding. It's all their messaging. It's everything. But it becomes so smooth. And check-in, the process of when you get to your cruise terminal to getting on board as a doddle, you're dropping your bags, you're getting your pass, and you're away.
I know. It's the easiest thing. I always say airports could learn a lot from cruise lines because it is just so seamless. And you are often, most of the time, on board within minutes.
Absolutely.
It is so easy, and it's so great not to have to lug your luggage on board the ship, that all of that is taken care of and it's brought to your room. Once you're already on enjoying your holiday, the team are taking care of getting your luggage to your room as well, which is really handy. On that note, on your embarkation day, do have a separate bag to your luggage because your luggage will leave you before you board. So you're sailing from Miami, the weather's going to be good, you're going to be out in the sunshine, make sure you've got your sun cream, your hat, your sunglasses, your bikini, whatever you need to enjoy that first day, because it could be later in the day when you get that luggage as well. So just to bear that in mind.
So even though the luggage gets to you a little bit later, you have access to everything on the ship. You can dine, you can drink, you can enjoy the entertainment, sit by the pool, just enjoy absolutely everything that is there. So I think that tip about your kind of embarkation day, first day bag, And let's face it, you're not going to need much.
No.
It's the bare minimum.
Yeah.
And then your luggage will be delivered to your room, so you're all sorted.
Exactly, and most rooms are typically ready at lunchtime as well, just to
Yeah.
kind of bear that in mind, which is great because you know
Brilliant.
when you can expect it at a certain time. So after you've sailed off and you've had a ball in the Caribbean, all good things must come to an end and you arrive back to port.
Yeah.
Cruise blues are real. If you've not experienced
yeah.
them, they're real.
The way to avoid cruise blues, which is, post-cruise, is stay a bit longer.
Yes.
So book into a hotel on South Beach for a couple of nights. Don't have yourself flying back because you're getting off the ship. I know you might have a short amount of annual leave, so maybe you have to. But if you don't have to rush back,
Yeah.
you're getting off the ship and then you're flying home. And it's a shock to the system.
It really is.
So ease that pain by doing some post-cruise time in any of the ports, be it Miami, Barcelona, Rome, Venice, Athens, wherever you are.
Yeah.
That's how to kill the cruise blues.
Absolutely.
But let's talk about that day because it is important in terms of the logistics.
Yeah, absolutely. And the logistics of your final day do start the night before. So before you get off a cruise ship, you need to make sure that you have your luggage packed. So you actually leave your bag outside your cabin the night before. So don't pack in the things that you need for your last day on board because it'll be gone. What normally happens is you typically leave it out between 10 and 12 midnight. Your cruise line will guide you on what that is. They'll give you tags on your bed the evening before. You leave out your case of what you don't need. They take your luggage off the ship so that you can get off with ease the next morning after you've had your breakfast, etc. And then you will find your luggage in a designated zone in the same terminal building that you departed from. Exactly. If you're coming back to the same port of call in Miami in this instance. And again, it's a really seamless experience.
Bear in mind, you are off early in the morning.
Yeah.
So it's not like a midday checkout.
No.
The cruise ships dock 5-6 in the morning time, and generally everybody is off by 9 a.m.
Yes. Yeah.
So you're off early. So plan for that day, depending on what your departure flight might be, or well and good if you're staying longer.
Yeah.
It's if you're staying on after the cruise, it's much easier. You're just going to get a cab straight to your hotel, drop your luggage there, and enjoy the pool. But if you're in Miami for the day, use one of the luggage storage companies to allow you the freedom for the day.
Yeah.
Because your flight back, if you're traveling back overnight, transatlantic, is going to be an evening flight back. So talk to us for advice around that, who to use, what to use. You can plan excursions. You can, again, use Uber and decide where you're going to spend some of that day. Get your luggage stored, though, so that you have some freedom as to what to do. That would be our advice.
Yeah, like it's a brilliant port of call to sail from. It opens up the Caribbean to you as a holiday maker, and all of the major cruise lines sail from Miami as well. But we're here to help you with all of that. We're here to make the choice easy, the options easy, to make sure that you're going on the right ship with the right cruise line to suit your needs and your budget and any other considerations that you may have. If you'd like to speak to our cruise specialist, we're here 7 days a week to help you plan a gorgeous cruise holiday. You can reach us on 016995329. Alternatively, on our website, you'll find lots of great information on cruise holidays, give you plenty of inspiration on all the different ships and itineraries that you can enjoy from Miami and the other various ports of call that we offer cruises from as well. But that is it for now.
So you know what to do. Just click and go.com.